Hey guys, my name is Carluccio. I'm a filmmaker, photographer, and painter, and today I want to talk about the Polaroid cameras, specifically the peel-apart FP-100c, and two of my favorite cameras of all time, the Polaroid Big Shot and also the Polaroid 203. It was a very fun day. My friend NELANIE is a model here, and she told me she wanted these sort of cohesive Polaroid shots she saw, and I realized those were the peel-apart, the FP-100c. I said we could do that, and it was funny because at first I was a little skeptical of doing a whole set because, you know, as some of you might know or not know maybe, each pack is pretty expensive. It's around $100 a pack. Of course, that adds up. Here we went through pretty much a whole pack of the FP-100c on the Big Shot Polaroid, and then half a pack or so on the Polaroid 203. After doing some thinking, I realized, you know, it'd be super cool to see this in a video, especially because, I don't know, most of the YouTube videos I've found so far on the Polaroids, there were no models, and as someone who is constantly working with agencies and you know, models and even artists like musicians, I would like to always know what the effect of these cameras, especially because they're mainly flash powered, what the effect of that flash and everything and the lens itself has on the subject. So it's pretty cool to see some videos on, like, I don't know, sorry, I keep saying it's like 4 in the morning. I am very tired, but I figured if I didn't do this kind of thoughts and post part of the video right now, I would basically never do it. So, you know, I had a lot of fun today. We got really good shots. So we divided the day. First we did some digital photography, which I can share with you here a little bit. The Polaroid Big Shot, great camera. I have to say, it is a beautiful freaking camera. It has a built-in telephoto lens, so it's a very much a portrait camera, and the quality of the lens is wonderful. So guys, this is a Polaroid Big Shot, made famous by Andy Warhol. It uses the magic cubes for flash, so that's one of the annoying parts. You're not only having to buy film for this, you're also having to buy the magic cubes for it and be constantly switching it. Like through this shoot, we went through like 3 or 4 of those. And the way it works, you don't even need batteries. You got your magic cube, you have the you know, you load it up as you load any sort of FP-100c film. I could make a video about that if you guys are interested. Just let me know in the comments. Also, feel free to leave any constructive criticism in the comments, any insight you might have to these cameras. For me, this whole video was more of a test. I'm not here to show you exactly how these work, but mostly to experiment and show my results and share my thoughts on these cameras. So here, you know, this is one of those systems for the viewfinder where when you look through, you're gonna see on your subject almost your subject doubled. And once the subject becomes one image instead of like one and a ghostly one, you're focused, you're ready to shoot. Of course, this one has a lot of motion blur. As you can see, the lens is so large that if you click, it's gonna, you know, move a little bit, and that is gonna give you blur, which honestly does add to the personality of this camera. However, you know, sometimes you do want that perfect shot, which I recommend using a tripod. I didn't do it this time simply because the tripod was on the behind the scenes camera, and I was like, well, let's keep that rolling. What I love about this camera the most is the lens. It is such a beautiful portrait telephoto lens. Gives you very shallow depth of field. The flash was extremely consistent and very powerful. And what's great here is, like, you know, we can adjust how light, how dark we want it, like through the aperture here of the lens. And it was very cool to collab with NELANIE because she immediately after the first Polaroid came out from the Big Shot, she was very honest and was like, oh, I'd like you know, that more magazine-y, basically asking me to overexpose for a little bit, and I totally get that vibe because it's like very editorial. So I did that. I adjusted it a little bit, and we immediately got that effect, and that's, you know, we just powered through it. The Polaroid 203 gives you 2 frames within one of the Polaroids. I think it's very cost effective. You know, as I said, each roll is like $100, so you really get 20 goes at it. And I'm all about that. So the way you do it, I can do a quick demonstration. So here's your viewfinder. Obviously you are supposed to handle this through here. Back here you get your where you put the film, your cartridge. Sorry, it's 4 in the morning and I have an accent. So here you put the distance of your subject, and here you actually pick whether you want one shot, then another shot, or just simply both shots to be a repeat of the same shot. So yeah, you turn it on here. This uses AA batteries. You turn it on there, and you really don't know if it's turned on until you go like this, and you hear the flash like that, charging up. And as you can see right now, it's not even flashing or coloring here, and now it's green. The flash is charged, and you're ready to go and take your first photo. Once you look through the viewfinder, it has this really cool thing where these 2 little green lights start flashing. So when one is flashing, it's not in focus, and when both are flashing, you know you're right in focus, and it's actually the most helpful thing. It's a huge camera. Good luck traveling with this. I've done it a couple of times, and it's not fun. It is a very tricky camera for me because, you know, as you know, all these are discontinued. I got this one from eBay. I love it, absolutely love it. But for example, it doesn't have the lens attachment that would allow me to do the wider version, you know, having the subject 2 meters from the camera. So I can only use it for a 1.2 meter range. And the problem with this was the flash adjustment for the 2 meter range was super wacky and soft. So even if I opened the aperture all the way and had my subject exactly at 1.2 meters, it would come out dark. So knowing that I was going to do the series with NELANIE, I made it a mission to figure out what the best way of hacking this so I could use the 2 meter flash, which is super strong, on a 1.2 meter range. And we came to the conclusion that by putting the aperture exactly in between 16 and 11, and putting the 2 meter range flash at a 1.2 meter range with the subject, you get a very nice sort of magazine-y, flashy, bright, blown out look, but it looks deliberate, and it is, in our case, was deliberate because at that point we decided not to close it more because we could have closed the aperture 3 stops more. So yeah, we're very happy with that result. Guys, thank you so much for watching. This is one of my first YouTube videos. I'm very excited to continue working on this and hopefully grow this channel to more consistent, maybe twice a week type of level, but right now, you know, starting easy. And but yeah, I would appreciate if you guys subscribed, liked the video, commented. I accept any constructive criticism. I also welcome any comments for future video ideas. And yes, feel free to say hi, follow me on social media. I am very active on Instagram. And yes, guys, thank you so much, and I hope to see you very soon. Thank you.